Yo, it's Donnie here. What's up, YouTube? Haven't done a video in a while. Today's video is it's about a thing I was thinking about in the shower. It's a little thing about being emo, I guess. Okay, so like I said, I haven't been here in a while. I just kind of stopped making videos because I've just been busy with work and I had a bunch of life changes and now we're here again. Today's video is about being emo or alternative, and this is a thing that I think about all the time. I can literally talk forever about this subject because I've been sad for a long time now. I've been I guess emo or alternative since 2012 or a long time, since I was 12 years old actually. 12, 13ish, started being a little emo kid, little emo boy. I just wanted to just talk about it because I always find it interesting, the then and versus now in everything. And now that it's been literally, oh wow, it's been about it's been about 11 years since no, that's not right. 11 years? Fuck. Okay, let's just say it's been about 10 years of me being emo now. Being a little alternative little emo kid, right? Now it's been about 10 years, which is fucking crazy. I just was thinking about this while I was taking a shower of how things were then versus now with the scene, I guess. So, I guess my era of being emo was 2012 to 2018ish. I consider it the last era of the mall emo scene. I've watched a lot of videos on the different kinds of emos or different kinds of scenes and stuff, and I guess I'm bunched into the mall emo slash internet YouTube emo, right? So that's the pretty much the people that were fans of My Digital Escape and shit back in the day, whatever, right? I actually started being emo not because of them, but before that in 2014 I had some weird ass kid at my old school, in my middle school, show me Black Veil Brides, and I knew before this I knew about Slipknot, I knew about Ghost BC. So those were two bands that I was introduced to. I only liked Green Day at the time. I was introduced to Slipknot and Ghost BC by my best friend's sister, right? And she was always don't listen to that emo shit, don't listen to Black Veil Brides, fuck that. I guess she had an emo phase and she just was totally against it, and it's it's pussy music, it's pussy music. So some weird kid at school showed it to me and I got hooked. I guess I'm a pussy. So I got into the whole look of things, and it went from Black Veil Brides to fucking Sleeping with Sirens, and Bullet for My Valentine. Bullet for My Valentine is still one of my all-time favorite bands, you know. And I just learned about a lot of bands pretty quickly in about 6th and 7th grade, and I was I was just hooked on this culture, right? Because it's also I started skating at the time, so I had this little emo friend group in middle school, and we would just hang out after school and skate together and listen to emo music. That's pretty much just all we did. Sadly, they either ended up on meth or in jail or whatever the fuck, so RIP those guys. Either way, that was really good times, really good nostalgia. I still get nostalgia for those times, and it's just it was just fun, you know. We fucking I wore wristbands all the way up both arms from Hot Topic with Pierce the Veil, Green Day, fucking My Chem, all, you name it. I'll put up a picture here of what I wore, and fucking even Silly Bands and shit. I was obsessed with this 2015 Warped Tour CD that I got for Christmas, and just obsessed over that forever because it had just a bunch of bands on it that I just learned about these bands and what Warped Tour was, and I watched the YouTube videos of Warped Tour. I always wanted to go to Warped Tour. I saw My Digital Escape going to Warped Tour and shit, and I was just stoked on that, and I just really wanted to do that, but I was too young at the time. I actually think I might still have that CD. Let me see. Okay, sadly that CD may be long gone, but I do have this. Yeah, I had this Warped Tour CD that I got for Christmas, and I was just I listened to it on repeat in the car on the way to school. There's this one video of me listening to I think it was Generation Lost by Motionless in White. Speaking of Motionless in White, that's another, I forgot to even mention this, but they were a key band that really got me locked into this. Some this weird girl. I know I say weird guy and weird girl. I know exactly who these people are that showed me this music, but I just don't want to say their names because one of them's an actual fucking lunatic, and I don't know if he watches my videos or not. And then this girl, I actually forgot her name. Oh, her name was Melissa. She was this weird emo chick in 6th grade, and she's you like Josh Balls? I'm who the fuck is that? And she showed me the song she was listening to, and it was the Horrorsome EP, Motionless in White. And me being a little emo kid, like, or just starting to find out about emo music, I was just like, ooh, what is that? And I listened to it, and I just remember like listening to it at night, like with my headphones on in bed, just trying to fall asleep to it because I was so fucking edgy. I was just like, oh yeah, good emo music. But no, like I was listening to that EP on fucking repeat, and like Motionless, I got hooked on Motionless, I got hooked on Bullet for My Valentine, I got hooked on a lot of bands, but those were like huge for me. So I guess like after that, after I found out about the music, this weird kid, he wanted me to start a band with him, which he was like more into this fucking like blood on the dance floor bullshit, and I did not fuck with that side of things. Yeah, Davi Vanity is a real piece of shit, but he wanted to make music like that. I was like, fuck no. But he was the reason I got a guitar. I bought my first guitar for my birthday. I had like $70 and I bought this Stratocaster for my birthday. I defaulted to learning Green Day riffs and then tried to learn Motionless in White on it, and that's how I like kind of got my start in playing guitar in like 2014, I want to say 2014, 2015, around there. That being said, I was like, now I was not only just a skateboarder, emo kid, got the guitar, I was like living the dream. I felt like such a rebel, felt like such a punk, right? I bought these like fake lip piercings, I wore them to school and shit, my wristbands, and yeah, it was a really fun time in middle school. Had great memories, had a small friend group, but like good time there. You know, that ended and I went to high school. So I started high school in 2017, all right? So I'd say that my peak emo years of like being like super indulged into the like just super like, I guess, intense version of being like an emo kid trying to look like the MySpace era kids, right? That ended in like 2015 to 20, I'd say it ended in 2016. I started in 2013, I think, and then it ended in around 2016, where I was like, okay, you know, like graduating middle school just really just like, I was like, I gotta do something different. So come freshman year of high school, I like switched schools. I went through my little breakup from my middle school sweetheart, and I switched schools, and I was just like, I had nobody. I like went to this other city, and I had no friends, and I was just like, all I still had was like skateboarding and the emo music. So like I just started obsessing over like My Chemical Romance, and I obsessed over this band Never Shout Never for some fucking reason. I like had this I got my first acoustic guitar freshman year of high school. I was like writing these little acoustic songs. I remember trying to like learn how to record music. Like now with my band, I know how to actually like produce the music on my computer and stuff. But I remember vividly like searching up on my computer how to make an EP, and in my head the EP was like, you see like somebody's whole EP and it's just got like their little picture and the music plays. That's what I thought like an EP was, right? Didn't know anything about music or making music, so like I was just looked that up, could never find the answers. But I just remember like I finally got this like little shitty interface, and I had this one microphone, and I like recorded a video of me. This video is nowhere to be found, sadly, or I would post it. I wrote my first song about like my breakup in middle school, and like I recorded this fucking video of me playing acoustic guitar and singing it, and I was wearing this little fucking Chris Drew ass fur hat with my little emo hair. It was ridiculous. The lyrics sucked. It was so stupid. And I was just like, I actually might have a video of what I looked like at that time, because I did like a guitar review on that guitar, so I'll post a little clip of that. Anyways, I remember posting that, and then like things weren't going well at that school I was at. I was just like super like antisocial at that time, and I was just focusing on like skateboarding and listening to music, and I was like, I'm just gonna be a rock star, I'm gonna skate, you know. I had some skater friends in that town too, and like I would just skip school and skateboard and like do whatever I wanted to do, you know. And then like 9 weeks into that school, I was failing so bad I moved to the high school that I graduated from, is where I met my bandmates that I started Torn Soul with, right? We're freshman year of high school at this new school. I broke out of like the weird cute emo shit that was kind of lingering over from 8th grade. I dyed my hair black, I think, at that time. I've dyed my hair black around freshman year, sophomore year. I was just being like real fucking emo. And I had like one friend, shout out Jake, old vocalist of Torn Soul, if you're watching this. Love you, buddy. But me and him became friends, and it was just like I think we bonded over Of Mice and Men. Yeah, he thought I was wearing an Of Mice and Men shirt, and I wasn't wearing an Of Mice and Men shirt. He was like my only friend all freshman year, and then I made some other like just friends with people, but he was like the only emo person. I remember there's like a transition of going to like this new school. I guess there's like 3 or 4 emo kids at my middle school, and then I came here and there was just no emo kids besides like Jake, and then like there's this one girl named Alex that I think she left early, but she was like, I hung out with her and her boyfriend and stuff because they were kind of alternative. My friend Katie was emo at the time, and then her friends, you know, we had like a small group, right? But like I barely talked to anybody but Jake, right? I guess I don't even remember much about freshman year, to be honest. I just kind of went through it, listening to music and doing whatever the fuck. Sophomore year is where things really changed. Sophomore year, I got a new friend group. I was still friends with Jake, but I got into film class, which is where I learned how to do something that I didn't know I was passionate about. But like, you know, I'd always like made YouTube videos from a young age, which you'll see these clips of these YouTube videos throughout this video. And I always wanted to like get into good cameras, but I could never like afford it and like learn how to use a camera, learn how to edit and all that stuff. I could just never afford it as a kid, right? So I got into this film class and I met my friend group in there, and it was just like we were so tight. And sophomore year was the best year of high school I ever had, where like I had a good friend group. We were all into the same thing. They were into like pop punk music and stuff, and it was just a fun time. Like I was still an emo kid and stuff. I got vlogs from back then. I'll show you what I looked like here. But anyways, like, you know, it was just a good time. I was going to like football games with my friends, and we were just filming these stupid little videos and listening to music. And sophomore year in 2018 was actually the final year of Warped Tour, which I was finally like old enough and able to go by myself. I remember checking out of school early to go to it, and my dad was fucking mad, but I went with all my friends, and it was just like awesome. That's where like I finally got to achieve my childhood dream of like going to this thing that I obsessed over for years, right? It's just so fun. I had the best time. It rained too. It was like soaking wet, but I remember like moshing to Motionless in White in the pit while it was raining. I made eye contact with Chris Motionless and Ricky Olson, and it was just like super like surreal for me. And I remember like the main thing that really changed it for me was like seeing one of my favorite bands, Falling in Reverse, live, seeing them live in 2018, just like actually seeing this shit that I like literally grew up listening to because I was just obsessed with this music, and watching them headline Warped Tour was just crazy to me. And then like also Ronnie had like a freak out moment where somebody like threw something at him on stage and he freaked out and jumped off the stage, and the guy was like right next to me, and I was like throwing arms over because I was like just a weird fan, right? That was just like awesome. That is something I will never forget. Loved Warped Tour 2018. Wish I could have gone to more, but you know, sadly it's just how it was. In all honesty, like that's kind of where like my emo or alternative journey, like in that style of me, in that version of me, that's where it ended, like was 2018, because that year my friend group from that year, they all graduated. I was still at school with like I still had Jake, and I still had some other core friends, like my best friend Brett Gerling, he was there and stuff. And you know, like I had these friends, but like I guess that sense of like childhood, like emo feeling, that community that I had, that I felt like I had through YouTube over the years, all the years of me being like a little emo kid, alternative kid, I was like searching for this community, searching for this friend group, and like just really wanting that. And I remember it finally all connected sophomore year of high school, and I really like clicked with it. And it was just like everything, like from sixth grade to sophomore year of high school, it just like all made sense to me, and it just like felt good. And then when my friends graduated high school and they went to college, because all my friends were seniors, I forgot to mention that, when they all went to college, it was just like kind of like, damn, you know, like now I'm alone again. It was like back to square zero. I used that time period, I still listened to the music and stuff, but I like changed myself completely. I started Torn Soul sophomore year of high school as the guitar player. You know, like we were like trying to go for like a death metal thing, and so like I thought I had to be like a death metal kid, so like I started wearing like a battle jacket. I made a battle jacket. I was like into this heavier music and stuff, but I still liked my emo shit at heart. But I just went through this like weird transition where I was trying to be a metalhead, just trying to fit in with these dudes that I started this metal band with, right? Come full circle, like now that we're all older and stuff, we all like the same shit, you know what I mean? Granted, we all like different kinds of music, but like in all reality, you know, like there's that sense of what each individual of us got into in the beginning, you know? And that was like cool. Finally, when we got older, we could realize that, and not like, I guess when you're a kid, you just try and do things a certain way because you feel like that's the cool way to do it or the right way to do it, or people won't take you seriously. I don't really know what it is. It's kind of fucking stupid. But that being said, like now I'm 22 years old, I started this whole emo alt journey when I was 12 years old. It's been about 10 years, man. It's fucking crazy. You know, what I see now, like how emo has changed or how the alternative community has changed, it's obviously very TikTok driven. Like there's so many niches on TikTok, but like there's niches for different kind of like I guess scene, emo. Hold on, the battery's about to die in this camera. Let me change that. New battery's in. Let's get back into it. So pretty much like what I've noticed now about like the emo and alt culture is like it's very TikTok driven, obviously, because it's like the newest and biggest social media. Like back when I started being emo, I remember Tumblr was a thing that like I guess older emo people used a lot. A bunch of like random weird sites like soemo.co.uk, and I don't know how I just remembered that. YouTube was like a big thing that we always wanted to do, us being like young little emo kids trying to make our little collab channels and doing whatever the fuck, you know. But like I see like artists like Violent Vira have like a huge, like he kind of has that like same emo community vibe that I like was always searching for back in the day, and I find that very interesting. I actually just saw that from a distance from when I was at a Arcspire show. Actually, I was at a Tech Death show, and then I saw like an emo TikTok artist over there singing. So, but like she had like this fan base of like kids that looked like I look like, you know, and that's just like, that's awesome. I love to see that. It like was very interesting to me. I mentioned MDE earlier, My Digital Escape, and like Johnny Gilbert, you know, that whole thing fell apart or whatever, but like Johnny Gilbert is more relevant now than ever, and he was like a big like inspiration for me for like making YouTube videos and whatever the fuck. Like I was just super into him, and now he's just like super chill. And I was in LA last year and I saw a billboard of him like on the side of the highway, which is fucking crazy. Like that being said, to end this all off, like what my goals are with this video are obviously just to like I just find it interesting to talk about this subject because it's just something that's near and dear to my heart. And like I also just want to, if you see this and you like this kind of content, like you're obviously like me, and I want to just find more people that I can relate to, and like, you know, just build a community of people like me or whatever that like used to be little emo kids or still emo kids at heart that like are adults now and don't really know what the fuck to do with their life, right? For me, I'm the vocalist of my band Torn Soul. We're like a deathcore band, but like we're going more in like the metalcore route, and these new songs that we've been writing, like I'm about to like it's pretty emo. Like I'm not even gonna lie, it's pretty emo, and there's gonna be some emo vocals on the shit as well as like our I'm excited for it either way. But yeah, like I guess to wrap it up, fucking long live emo, dude. And if you aren't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Like I said, my name is Donnie Payne. I am the vocalist of the deathcore band Torn Soul. I got a tattoo right here. I got a tattoo right there. You can follow us on Instagram at tornsoul_ATL or on YouTube at just Torn Soul. Check out our music. We've got new music coming. And yeah, follow me on Instagram at yoitsdonnie_TS. Adios, guys.